Hey, greetings from Texas. All right, today I'm going to cook a steak on this OONI KARU 12 multi-fuel pizza oven. I made my first pizza the other day and it was the best pizza I've ever made. I've tried for years and over 25 recipes. Number 26 is the winner for the dough. And then having the high heat available in a pizza oven just kicks it up a notch. Anyway, so with that, I've had steak at Delmonico's in New York and Las Vegas. Delmonico's is a favorite steakhouse. They cook they'll sear the outside of their steak at about 900 degrees, and then they'll finish it off in a pan. The one thing I'm interested in, this will be the first steak I've cooked in a pizza oven. I'm using this cast iron pan that I bought at the Dollar General for, I think it was $15. Or you could buy the OONI one for 40, 50 bucks. And I'm gonna preheat this cast iron and it's gonna sear the bottom, get that nice dark brown caramelized crust that gives you that flavor of the steak, and that helps seal in the juices. But using the pizza oven, we'll be searing it from the bottom and the flame from the top. You got to be careful if you're going to put oil on your steaks. If you're going over 500 degrees, you got to worry about the flash point. You don't want to have a fire. I'm going to tone this down. I want to get up to about 600, 700 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere in there, so I don't overcook the outside of the steak, leaving the inside raw. So my steaks are tempering. Here's the prep that I did with the steaks. I dry brined them. MSG. Now this steak here isn't very well marbled, but if you want to level up the tenderness and flavor of your steak, this product is Ajinomoto. Anyway, it's part of the dry brining process. Covered it with salt, a little bit of MSG, and it goes in a refrigerator overnight for 24 hours. All right, into the fridge. Anyway, I need to get this up. We need to get this preheated to where I want it. And by that time, the steaks will be done getting up to temperature. And also, don't put cold sauce on your hot meat. If you're gonna put barbecue sauce, heat it up. Get it heated up. And that way you're not cooling down your meat. You're not shocking the meat. Okay, we're gonna fire up the OONI. Make sure your vent's open. Make sure that that's vertical. And your cap is off. And you're just gonna turn the dial and hold the button in for about 5 seconds, like most gas appliances. All right, we're gonna heat this pizza stone up to about 700 degrees. It's gonna drop in temp when I put the pan in and open this door, and I'll give you a look inside. All right, and that's the full burner. That's fully open. When it gets up to temp, I'm gonna tone that down a little bit because, again, we don't want to get it too hot and burn the outside of the steak. Okay, well, Sabrina's in vacuuming. I'm cooking pizza tonight on this for a friend of mine. So let's see where we're at. All right, we're up to 790. On the pizza stone, so let's go ahead and we'll preheat that up to about 600 degrees. If you're cooking, you need one of these instant read thermometers, and you can never go wrong with a meat thermometer. So if you want good meat and you want to make sure it comes out perfect, those are tools. So we'll come back when that's all heated up. All right, so let's get a look at these steaks. These are T-bones, and I have not cooked a T-bone in over 25 years. These are choice. I got them at the local grocery store in our small little town, and they were on sale. I don't remember the prices. Here's my Japanese sushi knife. Anyway, so this is a choice cut. I just prefer ribeyes. They're better marbled. This has some okay marbling in it. And by using that MSG to help dry brine with the salt, it's gonna kick this up a level in tenderness. So we're gonna prep the steak. It's already, I'm just doing salt and pepper because I want to see, this is kind of an experiment. So here I have avocado oil, which has a high flash point. I don't want to put too much on. On the ribeye, a porterhouse is just a, or not a ribeye, T-bone. Porterhouse is just a larger T-bone, but on this side you have the New York steak, and here you have a fillet. So you have two steaks in one. Let's check the temp of our pan. 750. It's about a little higher than I want it. Turn that flame down a little bit. Let's go ahead and put our first ribeye in there. And under the flame, and we're going to keep an eye on that. Okay, it's been about a minute. Let me go ahead and check that. Okay, turn the heat down a little bit more. Let me go ahead and I'm going to rotate this. 90 degrees. Check our temp. We're at about 495 on the pan. All right, it's been about 3 minutes on that side. Let's see what the bottom looks like. Okay, let's go ahead and flip it over. Back in, and we'll give it a couple more minutes and we'll check the temp. Okay, let's take a look. It's burned up quite a bit. We might be there. So, mistake I see people make is they stick the thermometer in from the top. You want to stick it into the side. And I'm setting this at 128 internal. Okay, that only took a minute. So here's our steak. All right, and that's our presentation side. And we're gonna let that rest. While we do that, let's go ahead and get this other steak on. Okay, so while it's resting, we're gonna go ahead and hit it with a little bit of salt, because some of that salt got burned off, and now we're gonna hit it with some black pepper. Okay, our second steak is done, it's off. We're letting that rest. The only thing about cooking a steak here is you're going to get some splash of grease. So we're going to take care of that by cranking this up and letting it self-clean, because I have pizzas to cook tonight. And then as it cools down, I'll put I'll wipe it off with a wet towel. You just don't want to put anything wet on it when it's hot. You don't want to crack your pizza stone. So I'll do that when it's warm. Okay, so our steak is done resting. Let's go ahead and cut into it. It's pretty tender. It's coming apart for a T-bone. There we go. That's how I like it. Just slightly above medium rare. Okay, so it smells awesome. Hopefully you can see that good. All right, here's a test. Little gristle there. That is good. That does not need anything. A good steak doesn't need seasoning, in my opinion. Especially if you're buying a prime cut. Only 5% of the beef in the U.S. is graded prime. It's just shame to me to cover it up. But when you have a cheaper cut like this T-bone, again, using the MSG and dry brining, it's going to get a lot more flavor, and it's really tender. It's like a sponge. You can squeeze the juice out of it. It's got the good dark caramelization. The fat's just starting to char. Let's cut the New York steak off this T-bone here. Got to work our way around the bone. There we go. It's like two steaks in one. Different flavor on the New York side. Same steak, just a different muscle. Again, not as tender as the filet side, but no effort to chew through it. All right, folks. Well, like I said, it's the first T-bone I've cooked in years, and the first steak I've ever cooked in a pizza oven. And I think this is going to be my preferred method from now on. All right, folks, I appreciate you stopping by. There's a link to the Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla channel. He's a fellow foodie. He does reviews on snacks. So do I. Good people. And the chef gets the best part. Mmm.